What is going on, everyone? I hope that you're all having an awesome day, and I wanted to make this video to share a couple ways that has been helping me out deal with uncertain events that have happened in my life, especially in times like these right now with the pandemic and all these injustices. There's a lot of emotions all over the place. I want to share these 7 tips/values to live by that can help you be an effective communicator, but it can also help you be an awesome role model to those around you. So let's get on to the first one, which is be the better person. Let's face it, there will be many times in our lives where people will treat us unfairly, people will want to start arguments or fights with us, and it sucks. We will go through these emotions of either anger, sadness, or frustration, and in the heat of it all, a good majority of the time, people will want to get revenge, get even, get back to that person. And what you're doing when you're thinking that way, you're just going to add more gas into the flame. And not only will you get the other person hurt, but you can also hurt yourself or hurt other people involved with all this. The best thing to do to be the better person, you just want to walk away and let it go. That's it. You never know what that other person is going through. Maybe they're not thinking right. Maybe they're going through something personal. Most of the time too, those people will come to their senses and come back at you and tell you sorry that they're not thinking right. But remember, be the better person. It's not worth it, and you don't want to get people hurt. Number 2 is don't be a victim. And this is more of a mindset type of thing. It's having that victim mentality. A great example is a result of the pandemic right now. A lot of people lost jobs, internships, opportunities, vacations, trips, loved ones. There's a lot of unfortunate things that happen due to the virus. But if you put yourself in a victim mentality mindset, not only is that detrimental to your life, but it won't allow any opportunity for growth. As many of you know, Tony Robbins, he is a super successful life coach, author, entrepreneur. In his book, Awaken the Giant Within, he talks about the negative effects of having this victim mindset. Tony Robbins has this awesome quote that he says, if you want to make a change in your life, you're going to have to operate from a mindset of life happens to me to life happens for me. When you reword it and when you think of it that way, you see those setbacks, those adversities, those low moments in your lives as an opportunity to learn and to grow. For some people, it might be easy, it might be something small, but for other people, it can be something as tragic as a death, some type of physical, sexual, or mental abuse. But if you're able to overcome those struggles, your story can make a huge impact on thousands, if not millions of people's lives that are going through these struggles as well. So remember, don't think with that victim mindset, and think with the mindset of life happens for me. Number 3 is to take ownership for your actions. Let's face it, we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes in our lives, and we're not perfect. That's okay. The most important thing, if you make a mistake, own up to it and learn from it. A thing that is very negative and that is not good is pretending that your errors or your mistakes never happen. Now that is wrong, because that can lead into something very negative down the line in your life. You can also put someone's life at risk if you deny that something that you did never happened. So just own up to it. The change starts by taking ownership. Number 4 ties into the last one, which is to think before you act. This one is very important because in the heat of it all, or in certain situations of temptation, we're not thinking very clearly. But you always want to make sure that you're always thinking before you make those choices. The best way that helps me out in situations like that, before I speak, before I act, before I upload something on social media, is I always think to myself, is it going to benefit people? When you link those personal things to you, or if you think about your future kids or your grandchildren or your family seeing the actions that you will be doing, it holds you accountable to a higher standard, and it can sway you away from all the actions that can cause negative effects in your life or in other people's lives. So remember, always think before you act. Number 5 is to listen with an open mind. Now, a lot of us know people in our lives that are very ego driven and think that their word is 100% right, and they will not listen to a word you will say. And that sucks. And that doesn't solve any problems. Me, for instance, I've had awesome conversations with friends of mine that have different religious beliefs or different lifestyles or different values. Once you're able to listen with an open mind, that creates wonderful, mature conversations, and it can also be beneficial to relationships, to friendships, to romantic relationships, even to a family as well. So remember, listen with an open mind and always be respectful. Number 6 can be a hard one, but it is very important. It is to learn to forgive. As I mentioned in the first one, it ties into being a better person, but forgiveness is something that is very important. No matter how wrong somebody treated you or what they did, it's not a great feeling to have all this anger or to hold that grudge, because it's just going to have a negative toll in your life, and you're just going to be filled with so much hate, and that's not healthy for you. As tough as it is super powerful to forgive. Not only will it benefit you, but it also benefits the other person, and it gives them a second chance, and it also gives them the opportunity for them to grow and to change as well. So forgiveness is extremely important. And the last one, but to me it is very important, it is to speak up. There are a lot of injustices and a lot of horrible things happening. We see it now because it's now being documented in this digital age. And as we've noticed before, having the bystander mentality is not okay. Let's say, for example, that you are in a grocery store and you see that a customer is just going off at an employee and they're saying all these racial slurs, and the employee is just helpless and they don't know what to do. The best thing to do is just to step up and tell them that it's not okay, it's unacceptable. Always stand up for the little guy or for the person that is being treated unfairly. When you speak up, you are saving somebody's life. Another great example of this is, say that if you're at a party and you see that somebody is trying to take someone else who is under the influence home, and you notice that the other person is not conscious, they don't know what to do, they're not by their friends, that's the perfect opportunity to intervene and tell the other person to back off. The same thing goes for guys when it comes to locker room talk or inappropriate racial slurs or stuff like that. So remember, the change starts with us. Stand up for what is right and speak up. And that's it for today's video. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate you for watching. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, because I will be uploading a lot of cool content, from personal development to fitness to men's fashion, entertainment. I have a lot of topics and cool content that I'll be uploading on this channel. Other than that, have an awesome day, everyone. Take care and stay solid.